Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to install Python 3 on your Windows 10 machine, the matplotlib library for plotting, and a simple editor so you can edit your code. Everything we're going to do here is going to be through the Microsoft Store. That's the easiest way to install software, and they have Python 3 available. So here's Python 3.8. I'm going to select that. I just hit install. It takes a couple of seconds to download and install, not too long. There it goes. All right, so it's now installed. I also want to install an editor. There's one called CodeWriter that is available under at the Microsoft Store, so it's really easy to install. There we go. All right, so Python 3.8 and this editor are now installed. To access them, I'm going to use something called PowerShell. PowerShell is a Windows command line utility. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. All right, that's probably easier to read. And all I have to do is type Python 3 here, and I get my Python interpreter just as you saw in previous lectures. Now I need to install matplotlib. Matplotlib is a plotting tool for Python. It's actually modeled after the plotting tools in MATLAB. That's why it's called matplotlib. And to install it, I'm going to use something called pip, P-I-P. PIP is an acronym for pip installs Python. It's a recursive acronym, and you'll know what recursion is here in a week or so. So it's sort of an inside programmer's joke. Anyway, to use pip, we just type pip3 install and the name of the package we want to install. So this will be matplotlib. It goes out to the internet, finds the package, downloads it, and installs it on your machine. You can see it's also installed some other packages. NumPy, we've talked about a little bit before, and some other packages that matplotlib uses. Okay, so matplotlib is now installed. Let's see how we can start writing a program. You may not be familiar with how directories and folders work under Windows or with the command line under Windows. But if I open up my Explorer, I can see various folders that I store documents in. And we're going to do that for our Python programs as well. So I can see what folder I'm in under PowerShell by typing pwd. I'm currently on my H drive. You probably have a C drive or something similar. But I can make directories here. So I have a directory I've made called Python. The only thing in here right now is a Hello World program. If I want to execute that Hello World program, I just type Python 3 Hello World. But let's start writing a new program. I'm going to use that CodeWriter that we just installed. And it's a very simple editor, so I can write files here and open existing files. It's nice because it changes the color of the text to match the syntax of things like Python. I'm going to create a new program, a new Python program. So if I type print hello world, you see how it does the syntax highlighting just like Emacs that I used in the lectures. And I can save it by hitting this save icon, save as. I'm going to put it under that Python directory that I created. And let's just call it Hello World 2. Let's call it Python test. And it's going to be a Python type file, so I don't need to write .py because Windows will add that for me automatically. All right, let's see if that program works. Go back to PowerShell, type Python 3, the name of my new program, Python test.py, and yeah, it prints hello world. Okay, that seems to have worked. Let's clear the screen, and let's go back into our editor because we really care about whether matplotlib installed correctly. So the first thing I'm going to do is import the matplotlib module. As well as a submodule called pyplot. This is what we use for the actual plotting. Matplotlib.pyplot is a lot to type every time we want to use one of its functions, so we're going to use this keyword as to call it plt. All right, let's come up with some simple data to plot. This is just like if you had a pen and paper and you were going to plot your x values and your y values on a couple of axes. This is what we're going to be doing here with Python. So here's some data to plot. This is just a regular Python list like we've seen all semester. And let's square these values. All right, so here's some data to plot. And I'll explain more in another video about how matplotlib is set up and how to make it pretty. But for right now, we're just going to create a figure, set of axes, and we're going to do that with plt subplot. Plots. All right, so now we have a figure and some axes. We would like to plot our data to those axes. So we say x.plot. X and Y. It's as simple as that to get a plot going. All right, now we want to actually show the plot, so we say plt.show, and that should be sufficient to test our matplotlib installation. And here's our plot. All right. So it looks like matplotlib was successfully installed with pip3. We've installed an editor where we can make programs with syntax highlighting, and you're able to run programs all under Windows 10. So that should be enough for you to use the materials I'll present on plotting on your own home machine.